Hi, I'm Martin and welcome to my YouTube channel. Hopefully you've been keeping well. In the video today I'm going to be talking about a few different things. I'm not actually too sure what I'm going to actually be talking about. We'll just see where it leads. So the first one is about one of the things I'm struggling with at the moment is how about other people's actions have really unsettled me, and I've now come to realizations. Well, I had realizations before, but it's now capturing it and realizing that their perception is not my perception. I feel like just because there's like an injustice and I feel like it's wrong, but I can't change how they are and how they think, even though they're totally wrong. The point is, like, where does this serve me, like, and where I want to get at and where I want to be in life. Like, the issue is, I can't say what the issue is. Like, even if they were to change and like acknowledge that they were wrong, it doesn't create like a better future for myself. So I've got to accept the fact that not like everything's gonna have to be like perfect, and like if there's like some kind of neurosis, like I can't have like complete orderliness. Sometimes people are just like, not making rational decisions, which is a really thing I have to learn to accept. And maybe walking and talking about this will really help me. Like, because like, I have ruminated over it for the last little while, but it's not gonna like create a better future for myself in any aspect, and like my self-development. Well, the only self-development growth I will learn from it is not to be like rattled by it. And like sometimes people are just like crazy, or like make irrational decisions or irrational thinking, or don't take responsibility for themselves, or blame others for their own mistakes, even if it isn't, or it isn't anyone's fault, but they blame someone else instead of taking the mitigating factors and how to alleviate that problem. And I've just got to come to the realization like that not everyone's got to come have this growth kind of like mindset. It is like a really small percentage of people, and I have to learn that's okay. That that's what it is. And like it is a hard thing to learn. I think once I get over this is like one of the big hurdles I've struggled with. And like I feel like once I get past this, and then I'll like have more time to focus on myself, because the mind only has so much bandwidth, and I'm focused on negative things, and it's not actually like helping me in any way, not increasing my like self-development. As I said earlier, the only self-development I can learn from is like not to be so unsettled by insanity and things like that. Also, it doesn't really lead to more like financial growth, or like my further my career, or any aspects that I want, like building a better future with Jacqueline, like investing, or growing lovely plants with my fiance. Like the only thing you're doing is it's actually hindering me from getting where I want. So I've just got to stop, acknowledge the anger and the irritation, realize that it's irrational, and like sometimes I can't control everything, and I just can't make sense of like insanity. And like just like, okay, release them and let go. It's not me. I've said my piece, can't do anymore. And now just focus on my future and the things that I can control, and not worry about the things that I can't control. Because people have different ideas and agendas for different reasons. And sometimes I will know and sometimes I won't know. So that's one thing I've got to learn more, is just to be a little bit more resilient now, but otherwise I'm doing quite well. Really, really happy. And it's a Sunday. I just made a video earlier in the day, which was like a really good talk I had about beating up the sun, the sunrise, and that was really, really good. But I'm really happy with my journey. Like, I know I'm doing really, really well, and like with my self-development and my future, and I want to keep pushing that. And like, these are the things that matter the most. Like, well, why do I want to get stuck on like these low vibrational issues? Like low vibrational EastEnders kind of like vibration energy. Maybe there's other aspects I need to learn. More shielding of energy, and like and things, and just kind of keep my vibration high. And like if they come to me, like I say, like here's what I really think. But if not, just don't get involved. It serves no purpose. It serves no purpose, so there's no point getting involved. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video. Like, I know I'm really on it early on my journey, and I want to document like all the good things, like sometimes the struggles I have, and show that it's not all glamorous and sunshine and roses. And there's like a documentation for me as well, like my whole journey. Because I don't see too many people documenting it from really early on. You notice it's mostly people start when they're established, or nearly established, or really well established. I just want to start from the whole process and show my thinking patterns, and hopefully I might be able to help some other people in various ways. Obviously all the people that watch are like good people, and like I want to help people, and of course like make sure that they don't have the same struggles that I have, or they're not the only ones going through it. And you see people doing successful, to start talking about success, you assume that they have their shit together and they've got all things figured out, and sometimes the little things just unsettle them. Obviously I will get better at it with time, more resilient. I don't think I'm totally immune. I think no one is totally immune. Things will always rattle someone at some point. But I feel like you get better at being like resilient to that. So that's what I would just want to make a video showing that, and also to talk this out for myself. It's really beneficial for me. As you might can sense in the video that I'm not talking to the camera as much as I want, and you can see that I'm not as fully present as I want to be. I just really wanted to show people and document for myself that it's okay to have things that are not all figured out. And just this little wobble doesn't mean that your path's completely destroyed. Like, no, this is part of the journey. It doesn't have to be like squeaky clean and pitch perfect, like self-development. It's full of jagged edges and not fully hashed out yet. It could be like a rough draft, but as long as you keep on moving in the right direction, your life gets better. Like, because like I've seen people like myself, my life is dramatically improved in my self-development. Mental health is like massively better. I wish I could find like an old video of myself when I used to make YouTube content from various different things and different channels, like where I could show my old self. Had no self-confidence, no belief in myself, a lack of understanding of the world, so many different things, so many different struggles. And this isn't saying that I'm better or some worse, but the people like that who complain or play the victim or blame others when it isn't even their fault, or the person's blaming, so it's not even their fault, but they just don't take accountability or even just acknowledge. Like, it's like no one's fault, and it's just one of these unfortunate things. But when you play the victim and cry and play the victim or blame others when things aren't even their fault, your life just gets dramatically worse, and things don't get better. Your life slowly falls more apart. Good things don't happen. Crying and playing the victim doesn't serve you, and like you're just absorbing, like, and not facing the problems that you should be facing and acknowledging, and you're just burying your head in the sand and not addressing it. So what purpose does that serve? So if you really want your life to get better, you don't have to do it all in one go. You don't have to do it all in one go, but like, I'm really glad that I don't fall into like that victim mentality anymore. Like even some things that happened to me that isn't my fault, was like, okay, what could I do to mitigate that? Or okay, I was blindsided by that. What can I do to mitigate that in the future? There's some things I could have done to mitigate that, or decrease the things, such as like I'm not like completely financially free yet. I'm still vulnerable, like very vulnerable, but I acknowledge that, and I'm making steps to achieve that. It's not something that can be corrected like overnight, and it takes time. Or this could even be like interacting with people. But people like that cry and play the victim, or whine and play the victim, their life does not go well. Like their life slowly falls apart, and their life's not really good, and they don't get to enjoy life. And enjoyment of life can mean different things to different people, but it's really hard to be around these people, especially when you start to get into self-development. People cry and play the victim, especially if it is their fault and they don't acknowledge it, and then they blame others. But you're going to come across against these people, and it's something that I need to learn as well, to be resilient and not allow it to affect me with my onward journey. And I think it's just my strong sense of like justice and things like that. But this video, I don't know what this video is even going to be about, and I'm really glad that I actually made this video, because finding this content really useful for me, really beneficial for my mental health and things like that. So that's all I can say is, like, if you want your life to get better, make the little steps now and like try to fix things, and don't try and blame others. Like, yeah, some people have different advantages and disadvantages. Some people have different starting points, further ahead than others, less than ahead. Other people have more struggles, other people have less struggles, but you don't know what the person has gone through to get to where they're at. And they could have gone through more struggles than you, or less struggles than you. It's not a competition game. It's not like it's a competition. So, oh yeah, you've gone through less, so I have it harder, or vice versa, or blah 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 blah. That's just a form of victim mentality. It's like, what do you just do with the opportunity that you have? The advantages and disadvantages, and do you not waste the opportunity? And how do you create a better hand for yourself? That's all that matters at the end of the day, and how you do that. Because like your life gets much better if you do that and not play the victim. So yeah, I hope this video finds you well. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe. I've thoroughly enjoyed this video. I'm going to reflect on this video and think about it, and really work on not playing the wrapped up into people to play the victim, and then stay more on my path. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon.